Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 389 of the RVMan LP exhibition. We've made it to the Minish Woods. We're in the land of the Minish, and now we gotta go and find the one Minish in this entire forest that actually speaks our language. Hylian. Hopefully not with symbols, unlike with the great Jabu from Wind Waker. I had to think about that for a second there. Not from Ocarina of Time. The great Jabu from Wind Waker, which you had to beat the game in order to understand what the hell he was saying. But nonetheless, this is our first heart piece. You have to collect 4 of them in order to increase your life energy. And by the way, we have collected 1, and there was another one that we collected in the last part. So now we are coming here to this house to meet up with Festari. Now Festari is the abbey of the Picori, or Minish if you will. The thing of the matter is, he's the only one we can understand, but we're gonna have to fix that problem. See, he'll tell us to go find the Jabbernut in the barrel house. That Jabbernut is gonna allow us to talk to the Picori. That's gonna be freaking important, because by the time we're done with the Deepwood Shrine, which by the way is gonna be at the end of the part, chances are you're gonna run into stray Picori all over, or Minish, whichever one they want to be called, all over Hyrule. So yeah, having that nut is mandatory, and more importantly, that nut is going to be a permanent item you cannot remove. So you will be able to talk to Picori all over Hyrule. And it's a good thing you'll be able to too, because they are pretty much the key to getting some pretty good stuff. Or some collectibles, whichever one comes first. Now, it has also come to my attention, I tried to ignore it, but I can't, that one glaring little oversight. I forgot to move my mouse! Past me didn't even know that my mouse was in the middle of the damn recording! But I eventually find out. Unfortunately, it wasn't until after I finished recording the entirety of the Deepwood Shrine. Don't worry, this will be the last time you see my mouse. I'm not going to make a promise on that, but it'll be the last time you see my mouse unless I forget. So yeah, fool, where are you going? But what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't go there. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to go this way. And by this way, I mean right to the barrel house that I wasn't able to go to because those 2 Picori was blocking the way. Hey, fool, go to the barrel house. There we go. And we just need to climb down the stairs. And we need to move this over. And there's our Jabbernut. So we just need to consume the Jabbernut, and this is a permanent upgrade. Seriously, we have to eat a nut in order for us to speak to everybody here? Well, look on the bright side, at least it's not Starfire kissing people in order to actually understand the language that she's not pretty versed in. I mean, it's pretty convenient, but also it may rub people the wrong way. But nonetheless, folks, now that we have the Jabbernut, now all we need to do is find the king. You can talk to the Picori now, and they're going to mention that most of these guys are going to be going all across town because they are not going to be able to stand being bored anymore. And some of them are going to sell stuff, or some of them are going to give you stuff. whatever the case, finding Pakuri is actually going to help you advance the game. Oh, it definitely will for the 4th palace. Oh, and speaking of palaces, we need to talk to the king in order for us to, or elder if I will, in order for us to, go into the Deepwood Shrine. So, the only reason that we're talking to the Pakuri is in order for us to restore the Pakuri Blade to free Princess Zelda from her imprisonment in stone. And I accidentally clicked my mouse. So with that said, we need to find the 4 elements, which is Earth, Water, Wind, and Fire. Not in that order, by the way. It's literally going to be Earth, Fire, Water, and Wind. Wind being the last one. Yeah, I gotta say, there's one thing Zelda players is going to despise, and that's the Water Temple. But probably not in this game. No. That honor would actually go to the Wind Temple. So with that said, let us begin by talking to Festari once again and head into the Deepwood Shrine. The funny thing is, we're all zoomed in and stuff like that because we're small, but once we get out of this door, it's going to be incredibly huge. Well, zoomed out basically, while everything else is zoomed in. I'm gonna have to actually beat the shrine first in order for us to... Oh, wait. Oh, you jackass. Of course you're gonna try to climb in there. But of course, that's what happens when you try to climb into shallow water. You'll end up drowning. So welcome in the Deepwood Shrine. And needless to say, this is where we get one of the most niftiest items in the game, which is the Gust Jar. Now, we got monsters in here, and probably the most annoying ones. Specifically the pollen monsters. And we need to have something to get rid of them. But of course, the Gust Jar is deep within the castle, so yeah. Good news is about this, you don't need the big key to actually get the treasure. In fact, the big key is, how shall I put this? Right after the treasure. Yeah, they finally, after so many Zeldas, ended the tradition of having to have the big key in order to unlock the big treasure box. Because it unlocks just like the rest of the treasure boxes in this game. And by the way, I have to light all 4 torches, obviously, because it's a Zelda game and it has a torch puzzle. Why am I not surprised? So now, next up we've got ourselves a key, which, of course, is the obvious of what to do with the key. But Eslo will constantly, give his insight on certain things. And no, you can't do anything about that web just yet. We gotta get the Gust Jar for that. But for now, I'm just going to kill those things that keeps jumping out of the sky. And now we have the tutorial of grabbing things. You're going to be doing that for right now, but once we get the Gust Jar, you're no longer going to be able to grab things. Well, you are, but it'll be much more convenient with the Gust Jar as opposed to trying to pull things yourself. Because sometimes you'll be able to grab things, other times you won't. Well, let me rephrase that. Sometimes you're going to be able to grab and pull things like what I'm doing now. Other times, other times you're going to need the gust jar in order for to do that. And of course, be careful, because if those things fall on you, yeah, you're going to be taking some damage. By the way, there are no tunic upgrades like they were in Link to the Past. No, 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 no. Or in Ocarina of Time, for that matter. And for the record, that monster right there is what I was referring to. You need a convenient mean in order to beat him, i.e. the Gust Jar. Now I'm going to need to try to go to the other side, and first I'm going to get this out of the way. Move so I can keep going. Oh, and don't even bother trying to go into the pollen. Until you have the Gust Jar, that's just going to slow you down. So now we're going to have to climb up in order to deal with that. And the best way to do that is this. We need to... Okay. I think we're going to have to grab it. Oh my god! What did I do that for? What I meant to do was push you over, step on that, grab you, put it over there, and there you go. And that, as you can see the cobwebs in there, you're gonna have to... Oh, of course you made this pollen. Why didn't you? You jerks. As I was saying, you're gonna need the Gust Jar to open that one compartment. But you're gonna have to roll the barrel. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a barrel roll in order for to get into the next room. Yeah, I used the meme, so... I think I'm gonna have to go through this room right here. This will probably get us the key to the next area. Or, I'm just looking stupid. And I just went there and got poked by a buzzy beetle. Oh, by the way, yeah, Mario enemies tend to make a presence here, so bear that in mind. I mean, it is Nintendo after all. And I was supposed to pull that as hard as I can, as quick as I can, for one reason and one reason only. This. And that is what we're going to need, the dungeon map. Y'all know the ordeal. Dungeon map, compass, dungeon item, big key. That's all you're basically going to have to remember. Now I'm going to need to pull that again in order for to actually jump across. Excuse me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I fell asleep and I didn't want to, you know, fall asleep during the recording, so... Oh, I almost fell in the water, too. Because we don't have a way to, you know, swim. Not just yet. And now, we're going to have to move that... Oh, you jackass, you can't sit things down in this game. Of course I throw the vase. Why wouldn't I? Pass me? Go back. Go back. Ugh, damn it. Hold on, I'll get this right. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back in the room. Now, all we need to do is push the jar, not lift the jar. So, with that said, that's what you're going to have to do. You can't really pick up items and drop it onto the ground like you could in the 3D games. No, this is the 2D games. You're going to have to push and pull everything. So with that said, to solve my problem, I could have just pushed that statue down, pushed it through, and then pulled it in to make things a little bit short, but I'm doing things a little bit more convoluted. Having one side of the statue pushed in, and then going around and pushing it. And pulling it in, basically. Yeah, I'm technically pushing and pulling it in. So, with that said, we'll at least get a small key uncovered from this, as my mouse is still on the screen. Oh right, I should mention something. While Link is pulling, he does get red in the face. And that does mean that he's getting exhausted from pulling and he will eventually let go. So bear that in mind. And that's all the more reason why the dungeon treasure that we're going to get is a really nifty weapon. As well as a really nifty tool for going through dungeons in this game. So with that said, let's squeeze our way out and go this. Okay, you're going the wrong way past me. Why are you doing this? You don't need to make the jump. You've already got what you needed in this room. Oh, right, hearts, probably. That's another thing. We don't have fairies yet. Not until we get to Mount Kratel. That's when we're going to start having fairies. But for the time being, we're going to have to rely on Jars of Heart to keep ourselves open. And sometimes they'll show up, sometimes they won't. We're going to take that key, that door right there, that's pretty important because it'll lead back here. Well, it's not too important, but it will still lead back here. Meanwhile, this room leads here. And also, we do need to push that switch on that area right here. So let's pull. Not too hard. I don't want to take any damage because if you fall in the water enough, you will lose a heart. So with that said, we're going to have to pull that back. Thankfully that bridge was made. Oh boy. Look at it this way. At least it's not the Chucksters. At least it's not the Chucksters. Because that's what this is reminding me of. Oh God have mercy, the Chucksters. I'm a Chuckster! And then fly right into the dead zone. But it's okay. Because we need to come here anyway. I think this is where it leads to the compass, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm breaking 3/4 of this dungeon. So we just need to push this through. I'm doing this on purpose because... Oh wait, no. I need to push this through all the way to this side here. There we go. And then we're going to push that other one into the switch and we will be on our way. Pull it. Thank you. Oh, and now we're going to have to kill Buzzy Beetles. Yeah, that's what these are, by the way. Or should I say Spike Beetles. Those Spike Beetles, for those of you who don't know, the handheld versions of the game normally incorporated Mario enemies primarily because, well, it's Nintendo. So that's what that is all about, in case you're wondering. And good, I get a heart. That's fantastic. But those Buzzy Beetles you gotta watch out for. They will speed into you, and it will hurt a lot. So, with that said, I think we could either go down or go straight ahead. Oh yes, this room. Oh no! You know what? It'll be the last time I'm going to be dealing with these guys because I'm going to be heading into a room eventually. Okay, not now. Not this one. That's what that switch was. See? Told you that room's going to be important. But if you want to try to get rid of these mushroom enemies, your best bet is to use the flower pots to kill them. And they are going to bounce off to you to do pretty much a lot of damage and chew to your invincibility frames. Oh right, I forgot to mention, you have no invincibility frames in this game. Yes, give me money. And give me hearts too. Because we're going to be going into a boss pretty soon. A mid-boss, actually. Because we got the key for it. It didn't matter which way we... Oh, yeah, actually it did. Because that side is actually blocked. Alright, now it's time for us to beat Mulder. Yes, that's what this is. For those who don't know who Mulderm is, look at my Legends of Zelda Link to the Past Let's Play. Mulderm is that annoying bagworm that keeps knocking me off of the goddamn cliff. And congratulations, it's doing the exact same thing. The difference is it's nowhere near as annoying as the original Mulderm. All you gotta do is just hit it in its head and strike its tail just like the original Mulderm. Just don't run into it. With that said, you just gotta wait for it to finish its berserk and let it come to us. The sword turns into stone, and with that said, we are done with Mulder. And that's the only way we could get the dungeon treasure, which is the Gust Jar. Yes! And now we can also get out of here because we can't get out from that door that we just came in. So, the Gust Jar is a... Okay, I didn't need your advice, dude. Oh, by the way, you can sometimes talk to Eslo whenever you want to. But, right now, I'm not worried about talking about Eslo, and instead we're going to switch the shield for the Gust Jar. You might as well keep that because that's going to be the only way you're going to get through the rest of this dungeon, because the Gust Jar is a godsend. It sucks up things with a lot of power. And again, it is a key element to defeating the boss of this dungeon. And I just made a terrible, terrible mistake.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to deal with that a little bit later, because past me tends to forget about that, but there is something we need to talk about now. The mysterious shells. These mysterious shells actually have something to do with the figurines. Yes, there are figurines in this game. The thing is, you probably are going to have to get almost 150 shells in order for you to get these figurines. And sadly, they were a part of 100%. Oh, by the way, the reason I'm using the Gust Jar, that little warp point right there is for the other heart piece. Oh, and speaking of using the Gust Jar, see those mushrooms I just went there and sucked the pollen out of? They turn gray, they'll be vulnerable. So long as they're not gray, they will bounce off of you and will possibly kill you by being surrounded by them. So with that said, Gust Jar is a really handy tool. In fact, we have to come back here to reveal this switch. And this switch will probably reveal us a key. And it does. Actually, no, it reveals us more mystery cells. We got about 40 mystery shells from this. Fantastic. And there's nothing in that jar. Not good. It's always nice to use the Gust Jar to try to uncover most things, because it's mostly hidden by pollen. Oh, and by the way, this is where the compass is. Oh, yeah, and there's that too. Oh, and also, I just said that invincibility frames don't exist in this game. I just got there and got hit for about a quarter of a half of a heart. Yeah, that's kind of a sticky wicket there. But, don't worry, we'll have to come back for that later too. Since we got the Gust Jar, we gotta go to the area with the barrel. But first, pass me. Just put the damn jar on the switch. Stop trying to figure it out. Well, at least we uncovered 5 rupees, and that's not going to really matter because we can only hold up to 99 for now. Yes, there are bomb bags in this game. Not bomb, well, bomb bags, yes, but also rupee bags as well. The bomb bags we're getting at the end of this part. Rupee bags, probably next episode. So, with that said, now that we got the compass, we gotta go back to the barrel room. So, on that note, I'm going to backtrack. Alright, we're back at the barrel. So now we're gonna have to do a barrel roll. But before we do, let's suck that up, because our next destination is literally the middle section. Well, past me maybe trying to find a way to the heart piece, but no, the next destination is in fact the middle section. Oh, and also, I am coming here for a reason too, because there are pollen all over the floor. Chances are there may have been a hidden switch. So it's always great to try to see if there's any hidden switches here. And there aren't. So with that said, I'm going to stop dawdling around and go back to the middle section. I'll be back. Well, we're here. And we're going to have to go to the middle section this time. And we'll have to follow through the floor because that's where we need to go. And remember that room earlier that we weren't able to get, that we have to push the jar on for the treasure chest? You're going to use the gush jar to navigate to that room. Although you're still going to have to also use another puzzle as well to navigate to that room as well. So with that said, gush jar, hop on, and just use the gush jar to propel yourself. This should look familiar to all of you who played Mario Sunshine. It's literally the Poison Leaf stage. Yes, to anyone who's played Sunshine, it's the Poison Leaf stage. Except, or should I say the Poison Water stage. Except, there is, no poison water, and at least the lily pad will survive. Oh god, I hate Sunshine so much for that. Ugh, it's painful to think about that stupid lily pad. Hold on, but before we do, we've got other places to go. We're gonna have to go to the left first because it's probably blocked off. I mean the right, not the left. The key is at the left. The right is blocked off. We're gonna have to go there because there is a puzzle we have to solve in order for us to continue on to that area. And by the way, what's in that chest that we couldn't get to? That's the key. And I just got hit again. God damn it. It's okay. You just need to climb up and push one of these jars. Y'all know how this goes. Push a jar here, and push a jar here. Now then, push, and push, and almighty push. Alright, we're almost done here. We don't need to worry about what's in that area, because obviously that's where we found the compass. Bastard, stay right away from me, man. We're gonna use the gush jar to go this way, and we're gonna have to pull that, actually, we're gonna need to push one of the jars across the way. Alright, no. What we're gonna do is... No, we're not going to push the jar. We're pushing the jar the other way. Yes, this way. And we're going to use the lily pad to cross over to get to the key. There we go. See? Problem solved. Now then. We don't need to go back up there, because that lily pad's going to... God damn it, why did I fall into the water? That lily pad's going to disappear. So, let's keep pushing all the way back to where we were, so that way we could put the key into the hole and be done with it. Alright. We just gotta navigate through the Tetris lines and we'll be good to go. I mean, this is a Nintendo game after all, but it's gonna be Tetris. Alright. let's just keep going and ignore all the falling, whatever the hell those things are. Probably likes or something like that. Probably not. Oh! Another thing I'm glad for that I need to address. That we no longer need the big key in order... Did I just catapult myself into a shallow end of the lake? God damn it. Anyway, as I was saying, we don't need the big key in order to unlock the, Master Chess. Because that has been a pain in the ass staple in Season and Oracles. While Link to the Past may have revolutionized it, Season and Oracles bastardized that shit. All the more reason why I dread playing those games. Oh, right, and by the way, the fact that I have to go through this whole ordeal just to get to the big key is nothing compared to the shit I have to go through in Oracle and Season, yes. Oracles and Seasons in order to get the big keys there. It's annoying. It's really annoying. But that actually led to the front area, and we're going to use the Gush Jar, and that's going to reveal us to the area where there's the boss door. By the way, that blue tile right there, that leads to the heart piece. The first one in this dungeon that we couldn't get to because that was deactivated, but now it is. And we'll get the fourth and final one once we manage to backtrack. Cause past me finally realized he done fucked up again. But at least we got 20 rupees. So with that said, we have to approach the boss door from the other side. Actually, no, I had it on the right side. And we're not going to approach the boss just yet. There's still one last thing that needs to be found. One last chest, and more importantly, the heart piece. Otherwise, I'd be having to backtrack again. So with that said, major backtracking. Before we do, there was a switch that was right by the barrel room that I had to use the Gush Jar on that gave us 10 mystery shells, so that makes 50. And now, back to the boss room, where we had to fight the abomination. And now, we had to go south, like I was supposed to get the heart piece. Now with that said, now it's back to the main boss room. See you then! Alright, now we're here, and I went the wrong freaking way. Again. That's what this mushroom was for, to put me to the right side so you can go right here and pull the mushroom all the way over to this area. By the way, we have no fairies. And now that we've got 4 hearts, this should be enough for us to take care of the boss. Speaking of which, that's him right there. That is our boss. A giant choo-choo. You know, the things that we took care of on the way here. But seeing as how we're wearing the Minish cap, things that are normally small are bigger than what they seem. And this right here is where the Gush Jar comes into play. You can't really do anything to the choo-choo. Try smacking it with your sword, that'd be stupid. Well, without having to do anything, it'll just move to the side, basically. By the way, this is how you're going to heal yourself. Those 4 jars is going to heal your hearts. But before you do, watch out for this thing. He will land on you, and it's 1.5 heart if he does. It's not really hard at all. The point of the matter is, you gotta absorb as much of his feet as humanly possible, because they will regenerate. And if they do, you'll have to repeat the process all over again. But once his feet gets out from under him to the point where it falls on his head, you're gonna have to keep doing that. However, this guy's gonna start jumping frequently the more you defeat him. So bear that in mind. And if you're thinking that this is something like the Yellow Devil, yeah, remember, Capcom was the one that made this game. So with that said, keep slashing. You gotta be careful with this guy because he's gonna start jumping around pretty soon on the 5th hit, actually, or the 5th round. But we're close to defeating this thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's moving up. He's moving up. No, 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 no. Get away from me. Get away from me. Oh, you asshole. He barely grazed me. Bastard. Oh, shit. Now he's jumping. And now he's getting more aggressive. He's moving faster now because he used to move slowly. This means he's about to die. Every enemy, by the way, has a desperation attack. Every one of them. Yes, even Vati. Especially Vati. Vati can be very annoying. But we still got one more pass with this. Oh, we're at the last part. He's starting to jump now. This ain't good. Kinda makes me wish we had the down jump slash from Link to the Past. Well, DX anyway. I had to think about that for a second. Because Link to the Past DX had the down jump slash. As opposed to no wait, no. The down jump slash is here too. You just gotta earn it first. But that means having to beat this stage first. Well, all we gotta do is just look out below. Come on, fall down. Fall down, you... Oh, almost got hit by that. But that's okay. The giant choo-choo has been defeated. What? Rather annoying boss, to be honest with you. And for our troubles, we get the Earth Crystal. And that's one of 4 elements. And the fact that we actually... Well, Earth element, actually, but still. The fact we actually got that in 2 episodes? Hey, we're making some good progress here. Although the dungeons aren't going to be as small as you think they are. Doubt it seriously. So, with that said, let's grab that heart piece. And we're going to have to make it back over to the Minish Elder to tell him the good news. Because that's the only other way we can leave this place. So, with that said, off to the Elder! And we're going to go on ahead and tell him. Since we found the Earth element by beating a choo-choo, which is rather annoying, we are now able to move forward. However, he's telling you to go to Mount Carroll to find a man named Malari. Malari will ask you to reforge the blade. No, you're asking him to reforge the blade. That's what I meant to say. However, Malari will have you to do some things for him before you do. But, on that note, that door that he was blocking was literally the exit out of here. So, we shall go. It's Mount Krenel. I thought it was Krenel. It was Kratel. I mean, god damn it. My memory's fuzzy. You wanna know how long it took me to play this damn game? I played this game 23 years ago, by the way. When it first came out. That's a lot to say. But with that said, we've gotten the Earth Elemental, and now that we're talking to this particular Minish, Malari, by the way, he will give us the bomb bag, and that's our way out of here. In fact, that's going to take care of the debris that will lead us to Mount Krenel. So yeah, we got ourselves a bomb bag. And also, we need to get bigger now, because being small sucks right about now. We don't need to be small for the time being. But it will utilize being small and being large. Well, by it I mean the game. Later on in the game. Oh, and by the way, see that element right there? Sadly, we're going to have to come back here. Because you see, that symbol on the ground actually has something to do with whatever element that you happen to be possessing. That is the wind element. And unfortunately, we gotta come back here near the end of the game to actually even examine that. So, yeah. Let's just blow up this area here with the bombs and we'll be good to go. And sadly, I'm gonna have to... Oh, God. I'm gonna have to switch out the... No, wrong thing. I was about to say I was gonna have to switch out the Gust Jar. There we go. Stand back. Ooh, a mysterious shell. Well, that was something random. So let's put that up and put in the Gust Jar. That would make things a hell of a lot easier. No! This isn't Bomberman! No! Okay, that was unexpected. Very, very unexpected and inadvertent, but still. Alright, now we're good. Let's get out of here and let's head over to this area. And yeah, we got the Gust Jar, we could leap over here. But we're not, because we're going to end it here. And in the next episode of the RVMan LP Exhibitions, we're going to be doing some post-Deepwood Shrine cleanup before heading to Mount Krenel. This is RVMan 985. See you all next Saturday. Peace.